everybody. Thank you for joining me. I'm Luna So Oracle. I normally don't do too many lives lately, but I felt called to do a live just because I recently gotten over getting sick. So right now, pretty much just trying to get back to 100% health, but I'm feeling pretty good today, and I decided that I would like to do some readings. Well, not readings, but a reading, midweek collective reading for you. So before we start, let me just do something really quick. Sorry about that. I had to do some things in the screen so you wouldn't hear any background noises. So thank you for joining me. This is the midweek collective reading. Alonso Oracle. You can see my face. If you are a recent subscriber, you probably saw more of my hands and my cards, but now you're seeing my face, so welcome. If you see a tail, it's my kitty cat roaming around. He likes to park his body next to mine when I read, so as he's doing right now in this very moment. But anyways, thank you so much for joining me. Today is Wednesday. It is still the new moon in Aries. It is a beautiful energy and happy equinox, Osara, if any of you celebrate. And this is considered the new year, actually. So if any of you celebrate this new year, happy new year. Happy spring. I'm looking forward to the warm weathers. I hope you're feeling a lot better. I hope you are doing well in whatever you're doing in life. Morning, noon, and morning, noon, and night. Whatever time you're listening to this, thank you for joining me. And if you like this video, please hit like, share, subscribe. Maybe I'll do some lives here and there. I am doing one tomorrow at 6. I think I said 6 p.m. if not 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that will be a one card pull. And there's no questions. Just if you come through in the live, I will do free reading for you. This is more of like me just giving a message out for you guys on this new moon energy and what message you should need to hear in this moment in time. So again, if you want to catch me on tomorrow's live at 6 or 6:30 p.m. Tune in tomorrow for a one card pull. Again, no questions. If you have like a question or specific, you want some specific answers, I do have a website. I have luisaoracle.com. You can book with me there and we can address anything you would like under that personal one-on-one session. But tomorrow's for one card pull. So if you tune in, that means you will like a card and I will pull for you and give you the message you need to hear. But besides that information aside, welcome to the midweek check-in. I have here I forgot the name of this deck, Energy Oracle card. So we're going to tune into the energy of this midweek. And if you hear my cat, just ignore him. He likes to be around during readings. And I have here my Oracle card, Oracle messages. These are self-care messages. I felt called to use this specifically for the midweek. So maybe there's some reminders that some of you need to hear for this midweek. And kitty cat, not right now. He wants to say hello. All right, let me see. Say hi, Horace. Hello. I know, he's like, all right, now leave me alone. Okay. But thank you for joining me, and let's get on to this reading. I'm going to push you back just a little bit. So if my kitty cat does decide to go on the table, at least he won't be in your faces. You'll see he'll be there, but you know what I mean. So we're going to just pull some cards for the collective and see what is going on. Again, this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. As we all do, use discernment. Whenever you're doing readings like this, do not take it as absolute. Everything can be interpreted under your eyes, your experience. So again, take what resonates, meaning what makes you feel like a deep message for you. If other things don't feel that way, let it fly. Maybe for somebody else. Not every message is for you. I don't know why I said that. Maybe some of you needed to hear that. So let's see what messages are flowing through from this deck. If you hear outside, like, movements, I'm in a building. I live around people, so it's bound to happen. I'm on the first floor, so whoa, that's not really ideal, but it is what it is. So the first card we have here is hostilities. Let's see what's the second card midweek message. Door to Spirit. And this is why I do record. Wow, Spirit's being very forceful. Like, you literally saw that, right? We have here the 7th chakra, the crown chakra. So there's a lot of forceful messages from Spirit for you guys, for the collective. I'm going to pull 2 cards because they also flew out. The 4th card is attachment, and the last card we have is cornucopia. Okay, so a lot of beautiful messages here. And the fact that the cards flew out the deck means that it's a powerful message, maybe something we all need to hear. Again, these collective readings is also messages for me, so don't act like it's just you. And I'm going to pull out some oracle messages. So let's see what goes through. All right, we got 2 messages already. And 1 more. Okay, so I got all the cards pulled out here, and let's just dive in. As I read, I will hint upon the definitions of the cards, but then I will also channel other information or specific insights for any one of you tuning in. Excuse me. And I also may burp while I read. That is how I transmute energy as I read. I channel a lot through my throat chakra, so there's going to be burping. You may not hear it, but you may see me do this often. So 2 and 2 together is burping. But besides that, let's start with the messages. So the first messages we have here is hostilities. So this is talking about collective hostilities. Maybe some of you are feeling the collective riffraff of what's happening. Maybe you're seeing people argue more, or you're seeing tensions rise between you and some other party, or this could just be around you. You may also see that collectively in your community or environment. So just be aware of that. I'm also hearing this may be internal hostilities. You could feel it physically in your body. Maybe there's some like symptoms, or you're just having, like personally with me, I had gastro issues. So there's hostilities in the body, but I do feel like there's kind of like a bubbling up of energy. And if anyone is not paying attention to it, or if you're not paying attention to certain areas of your life, it's going to show up in hostilities. So just be aware this week, maybe some of you have been seeing or noticing there's some hostility in a certain area of your life, physically maybe, or just around you. It's for you to pay attention to in a way where you're aware of it, understanding what it means to you. For example, some of you see hostility in the workplace. It may be regarding people. This is maybe a social and climate you don't want to be around as much, and maybe you want to distance yourself from people, or there's a greater issue at hand. Maybe people are having issues because there's something else going on. But again, things that you should be aware of. So this hostility is talking about paying attention to what is being tugged and pulled, the riffraff, what's being disrupted in your environment, to pay more attention to that. So that's what I'm hearing here. This could also mean hostility. You may feel some form of hostility towards yourself in some area of your life. I'm hearing that some of you have been going like trial after trial after trial, problem after problem after problem. And again, like I mentioned earlier, there's a hint, pay attention to that. There's a reason why that's happening. And maybe you need to listen to it, understand it. Why is this happening consistently? Am I doing something to invite this in? Am I putting myself in a circumstance to invite that in? So this midweek, just pay attention to that. And don't think of it as of why me, but why now? Let's just flip the question. Not why me, why now? What is happening now that this is happening again, or this is happening right now in this moment? So that's something that some of you may need to pay attention to more of. So hostilities. The next card we have here is Door to Spirit. So I'm hearing that a lot of you are being guided right now. So these hostilities may be kind of like hiccups or little problems that your spirits want you to pay attention to. You're also being guided to notice them more. Notice what's being more of like a kink in the fold. It's kind of like you're hyper focused on what is happening around you that's not working. So your guides are helping you notice that more. So there may be something you're not paying attention to that you need to pay attention to, so that you can straighten that out and things can go smoother for you. You can feel more aligned to where you're going. So guides are around you. Don't feel alone during this week. If you are been feeling alone for some time, this is just a message from your guides. They are around you 100%. If some of you are spiritual, you may feel more energies around you, ancestors, guides, if you will. If some of you believe in that, angels, whatever it is, it's being more present to you. You may be getting more signs, maybe seeing more feathers, hearing like specific music from like a past loved one that they love things, or you may just get dreams in regards to past loved ones, or just a reminder, a memory. So again, this is a heightened time of messages coming through for you collectively, for many of you. So pay attention to these messages. And these messages may be in regards to the hostilities. What is bothering? What is something you need to pay attention to? What is it that you need to work on? What is it that you need to understand? So again, there is kind of a synchronicity from one thing to the next. The next card we have here is the 7th chakra Archangel Uriel. So with Archangel Uriel, this is focused on the crown chakra. That's where we receive information and also where we connect to the divine. So again, there is information coming through. You just heard a crow. I have crows around me, but that's another signal. When you hear the bird, that's another sign. Birds represent higher forms of thinking, higher awareness, higher realms. So that is messages from above, so to speak. But I'm hearing right now that a lot of you have to pay attention to what you're thinking and how you're thinking. What is roaming in your mind? This could also be in regards to hostility. Some of you may have very intrusive thoughts, or thoughts that provoke fear and doubt, and your guides want you to pay attention to that. Why are we having these thoughts? What is amplifying it? What is causing you to feel this way? So again, listen to what's happening in your mind. What is causing you to feel that way? And I'm hearing like cacaws of all these crows. So this is a message for a lot of you. I don't know if a great amount of us are dealing with intrusive thoughts or very worrisome thoughts, but your guides, literally collectively, all of your guides want you to pay attention to what you're thinking and how you're thinking. What is bothering you, and address that specifically within yourself, and address it. Not just think, oh my god, that's a worrisome thought. Really sit down and understand why am I thinking this way? What is happening right now around me that's causing me to think this way, or causing me to behave or react a certain way? And further understand that when you understand, there's awareness. And when there's awareness, it literally is the first step to taking action. So that's what I'm hearing with these messages. The next card here we have is attachment. So it looks like whatever like thoughts you're thinking is attached to something. This could be something from a past, like mentality, or past event, or maybe even connected to a person that caused you trauma, or like some type of thought processes. This could be related to just a past part of you. Maybe you're very critical of yourself. Whatever it is, it's attached to something, and that something is related to you and how you perceive yourself and perceive your environment. So remember, your thoughts correlate to what they attach to the past, to what you think about yourself, how you think about the world, and so on and so forth. So that also addresses fears and doubts. So if you have thoughts about fears and doubts, that is attached to some past thinking, some ideal, some understanding you think you have about yourself or your environment or the people around you. So this is literally like a transformation of the mind type of thing. So pay attention to your thoughts this week. The last card is cornucopia. So I'm hearing when we address these things this week, if some of you are starting to be more aware of your thinking, this is a good week to also receive a lot of abundance. So that means paying attention to what brings you happiness, fulfillment, what is growing within your life. So to redirect those emotions and feelings is to focus on what is bringing you growth and expansion. And a lot of you are transforming, because I see this butterfly here and this 1-1 that represents beginning. So although you may sense those intrusive thoughts here and there this week, this does not have to be every day. It could just be moments in the week. Your guides want you to realize and focus on this is a process of growth, and you will be receiving far more than you realize. But you do have to address those thoughts and feelings and approach them with compassion and love. Okay, so this is more hinting towards redirecting our mentality and focusing on how to grow from it. And this is what I'm getting from this cornucopia card. So some of you may be seeing 1-1s often this week. That's just a reminder from your guides that remember there's always a new beginning, that every day is a new day, that every day you can start fresh and anew. Not every feeling and emotion and thought is permanent. It's always changing, and you're always changing. And remember, in the end, if you are open to receiving and knowing that you will receive a lot of beautiful things. So I'm hearing for some of you this week, you will be receiving a message from someone you love. So that could be a friend you haven't talked to in a while, a family member, or just somebody that's important to you. You're going to receive a beautiful message, and it's going to make you feel really good. Or you may receive something out of nowhere from the universe. This could be a dinner date paid off, or you could receive something free. I don't know why I'm hearing free shoes, a free ticket, or free something. And it's just gonna bring you, it's gonna realize that good things are happening, good things are always coming in. Even though you may have moments of intrusive thoughts, or you may have moments of negativity, there's always good coming to you, no matter what. So again, some of you beginning something free, it's going to remind you that good things can happen to you, that it's not all negative, and that we have to kind of navigate our emotions and our thoughts and redirect them. So that's what I'm getting with this card. So let's go with our oracle messages. So our oracle message for this midweek reading is to read. So this is talking about some of you need to look for some resources in regards to something, or reading may be powerful for you. Some of you may feel called to read a blog, read a book. Maybe even I'm hearing some of you may feel a need to read quotes. I don't know if any of you are into quotes or affirmations. Reading could help you alleviate and kind of release any anxieties and fears, especially if you're dealing with hostility within the home or within your workplace or within yourself. So reading could be really, really helpful. I'm also hearing self-help books, books to understanding certain, I don't know why I'm hearing this, certain attachment styles. I don't know if some of you are like focusing on attachment styles, or like understanding like different aspects of thinking. I'm hearing reading is going to help you understand, help you better come to those feelings and emotions. The next card I have for self-care is journal. So that's also talking about, maybe for some of you, you're a journaling type of person. You like to write. I'm hearing some of you are writing down your manifestations, writing down what you want to see yourself do for this, if some of you are spiritual, for this equinox, for this Ostara, for this moon cycle. So writing is really important to you. I'm also hearing that some of you should put sticky notes in your bathroom or room of affirmations, or things you want to say to yourself to encourage like a good emotions, good vibrations, and good feelings every day. So I don't know why I'm seeing sticky notes on like windows and doors, or maybe you feel called to put a quote somewhere around your room to remind yourself of focusing on love and compassion and abundance every day. So maybe that's something you want to do. But I'm hearing journaling is very important. Words are important. It invokes good thinking, and it programs you to think the way you would like to think, especially with exposure and constant stimulus of good things. The last card for self-care is rest. Some of you, I think this is all of us. I'm just gonna confidently say it's all of us. All of us are tired. And given with hostilities, possibly environmentally alongside with our individual lives, sometimes we get exhausted and tired. So for the rest of this week, try to rest. If there's a certain day of the week where you don't have too much to do, maybe take a nap. Dedicate some time to resting. I'm also hearing resting your mind. So that means not thinking of what's going to happen next week or what you have to do the remainder of the week or whatever. Spend some time just not thinking. And that could mean watching a movie you really like, listening to music, or just sitting down and zoning out. To each their own. There's no judgments here. So whatever is considered rest, especially resting from the mind, try to do that more often. Give yourself a break. You know, give your nervous system a break. If you want to listen to frequency musics, do that. If you want to just lie in the bath and relax, do that. Anything that allows you to mentally rest, do that. And I have a feeling it's going to help. This is going to help stimulate more calm feeling energies. Your body's going to feel more calm and well rested. And again, when we tend to have hostilities, our bodies are tense and fatigued. We tend to stress up. We tend to scrunch our bodies in, clench our jaws in when we're feeling a lot of stress, anxiety, and fear. And rest really helps us de-stress and release physically and also mentally. So utilize rest this week as your like biggest self-care if you can. And that's one of the messages and the last message I have for you. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope these messages help you. And again, I feel like every week is a new week. Every day is a new day. Do not take, especially anything that you feel that's deeply heavy for you, do not take it as permanent. Every day is a new day. You can get through every day. I feel like maybe this week with all the new moon and the equinox and so many things happening, we tend to get overwhelmed. But again, just take it one day at a time. I feel like we're all going to be fine, and just really just do things that help you every day. So yeah, that's overall the messages. Again, I wanted to say, if you like this video and like the messages and you want to comment below if anything resonates with you, I would love to hear from you. And also tomorrow I will be doing a new moon card pull, one card pull for anyone who wants to join on the live. I think it's at 6:30 or 6 p.m. Yeah, 6:30 or 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't remember what I put up, but I'll meet you there tomorrow and come join me. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.